All right, we are starting week 2 of our finale here. You can see the scores 5-2 to 2 to 1. And let's see about where we're at. The Swordsman took a little bit of a beating there. Using the cheesy serious wounds optional roll just to keep him in the game, I think. So he is injured for sure. Oh, we also get, so the fairy ring goes away, so that is gone. So that resolves, and that is out. So that's good to note. Also, the Dead Adventures and King Soldier stay. We have a young knight. We actually draw 3 more events. The Elven Pathfinder shows and the Cook. So the only actual event there is the young knight. The rest are 8, 5. What is 8? 8 is the ledges. Did we make a young knight? Why is there he is. I don't know why he's at the top. That's a little annoying. So we pull the young knight out, and he's at the ledges 5. Ledges is right there. 5 is there. So the young knight hates wizards, so most of these guys would have to kill him if they met up with him. The swordsman does not, so that's really only in play for the swordsman or someone that's willing to fight. The elven pathfinder is going to appear. I actually need to put him in the woods somewhere, but that's not how it's written right now. In the house. So elf pathfinder at the house. Yep. Go. Put a big old towel there for now. I'll shrink it a little bit. And the cook, we'll pull the cook out. He's going to go. The cook is at the chapel. The cook, so I did also buff all those guys, just so I would encourage people to hire them. They cost what they cost. 6 for the elf pathfinder, 8 for the cook. They last 6 for the 8 for the cook, and they last the rest of the game. So they are just a power that you're just going to get for the rest of the game if you're willing to pay that price. And knowing that you're in a race for gold, for instance. I would almost take the cook as the sorcerer, simply because that extra rest phase, along with that extra spell phase, becomes really powerful. So let's see what day 8 is gonna pull here. I think we're going to. I mean, heck. Yes, if we're alone and we have our move L2 still, I hate to say this, but I think we're going to move into BL, what is it, 4? I think it's 4. And that will complete, and then we'll run out of there. And that'll complete our quest. So he's going to complete that today just by running straight in and straight out to this space. And we are done. The sorcerer has a lot of purple magic that he can burn. The demon's not there, so that's intriguing. 1, 2, 3, but he needs to get to. He's trying to find, essentially, kill the spider. That's really the big ask. There is killing the damn spider. Now the giant T4. So, I mean, he could. I'm just looking to see what he possibly can and can't kill. He can kill all these guys. He kills none of them easily and is sort of an easy mark. for the spiders, as a for instance. Hiring the giant would be sort of a fun coup. The problem is it's going to cost us more money than we're going to possibly have. So we do have 10 bucks. So even persuade is sort of unhelpful in this case. You know what? I think I needed to take a different outlay of spells. I'm going to say that 1,000 times, by the way, as this game goes on. So for our wizard, who's trying to locate the damn cairn, I think his move's actually pretty easy, and that's he's doing the same thing he just did for the last couple days, which is just try to find this stupid cairn. Maybe drag a treasure out of it before he has to run. The sorcerer is not trying to find the cairn, but he would love to kill a spider. So 1, 2, 3, 4. He can't really do. He doesn't really want to do that. I think he's going to hide once and go 3 to Deep Woods 3. So hide once, and then move, Deep Woods 3. Yeah, I still think even having to hit, you're better off with sleep. Because I was playing it wrong for a long time. I wasn't making you hit. Sleep has to hit, and then it knocks that dude out. So, okay, whatever. So we found the lair. I think we are going to, we will hide once. Now, we're going to search and then search and then search and then search again. And if goblins happen to show up, we will take the roam here and we can get out of dodge if we need to. But I do want to extract some treasures out of that lair if I can. So I think we have moves for everybody on day 8. We have our new events, which aren't super exciting. And we are ready to roll here. So we're going to let the swordsman go. Well, we need a monster roll, I suppose, first. It is a 2, serpents and demons, so that's different. The swordsman walks right in. Nothing appears. The dragon licks his chops. He rethinks his life choices. The druid is going to search 4 times. Now, remember, he's already found it, so he's just looting the lair, and he loots the 6th treasure in the lair. It is the Scroll of Nature. Oh. Well, that's sort of nice, because the druid likes 2 of these spells for sure. So that is exciting. I'm taking that. That's 1 loot. 2 loots. He gets literally the top treasure. That's sort of fun. Oh, of course it is. It's the chest. We can't carry the chest. Do we have? We don't have the keys. We don't have any way to do it. Druid has to drop the chest. So whoop. I don't know what this game. Okay, there you go. Done. Dropped. That's a 2nd loot. This is the 3rd loot. 6 is not going to cut it. He needs a 5 or less now. And this is the 4th loot. 5. So it looks like he's getting the 5th treasure in the pile. Uh-oh. There we go. Look. Okay. Well, looks like the lost keys. Sure. And then does anything show up? He's not going to take that slither. He's just going to quietly roll back in peace with nature and be done. The wizard has to hide. He doesn't. He's going to use that lucky roll here, and he succeeds. So first thing he burns is lucky day. He did get the lucky day, and now we're going to roll to find the cairn. That's 3. 5 is nothing. Gonna do it. Nope. 6 is nothing. Come on. Oh my lord, nothing. And the altar pulls a demon. Well, that's definitely going to make the sorcerer's life a little harder. The sorcerer hides, which is fortunate. I did want him to hide. That's good. He succeeds. He goes 1, 2, 3, and he's done. But that causes him to wander in, effectively. Wander there. Man, the wizard is just getting boned on this. The swordsman will flee, and so he's out. But he has completed. So he has completed explore the borderlands. So he is going to score a point. He is going to get 10 gold. He is going to be able to cross off all the paths and passages in the borderlands on both sides. There's only 2, so it's not like it's this wonderful magical thing. But the money helps. It does help. So we're thinking. Okay. Uh, so the sword. So let's look here. So swordsman. I think here's my plan, and I'm bummed about how he sort of ended up here right now. But let's go with this. He's going to go 1, 2. So he's going to 1, 2, 3. He is going to hide. And he is going to effectively try to pick this guy up. It's going to take a couple days, unfortunately. Or he could just go 1, 1, 2, 3, go in 1, 2, flee 1, 2, and then 1, 2. Look at these two guys, and he can probably actually it's this order. He could hire these two. Now these two aren't necessarily. That second guy is what I'm looking for, because he's going to get a windfall. And then we could clear this out, grab the last guy, and then hopefully get out of dodge a little bit and start making some cash. He has the challenge, so he'll have to check that tomorrow morning. So I think he's going to go 1, 2, 3. And then hide. So hide. Well, move. Hide. Move. Move. He ends up in Borderlands 1, 2, 3, 2. And there he goes. So he is done there. He does need to rest at some point. He'll get to that in a moment. The sorcerer. Oh boy, not really super excited about where the sorcerer is right now. What he is going to do is, so he's got to hide. He doesn't hide, he's screwed, but he does have a lucky day, so he can go, am I lucky? Maybe I need to hide. He's going to hide. He is going to, if he hides, then he has lots of time to do all this. He's going to, he has to alert to cast at time 0. So he wants to alert. So that's 2 things he's going to use. And then he's going to, rest. And then he's going to move into the cairn, the mess, essentially. And he's hoping just to get a damn spider kill, and then he's hoping to get out of dodge. And if he gets luckier, well, he gets luckier, right? So be it. I think the druid, so the druid has 4 treasures left to get. Druid is super happy with the layer so far. It's a little wonky about the abandoned chest. He's not going to cry over spilled milk at this point. I think he is going to loot one more day. And then he'll worry about tomorrow going into the order and scoring some of those points. So I do need to make sure that we have their quests done. So challenge, which he has to investigate. We'll do that in a second. And the wizard who scored, or I used Lucky Day, has locate the altar. So he can go through this mess again, but that's good. He has 2 points he can use. He just can't find this damn thing. It's a little bit of a mess here. So there you go. So the swordsman has a day 9. Our sorcerer has a day 9. Our druid has a day 9. Oh my god. I'm gonna move, and hide. So he's gonna get out of dodge for right now. So move, and hide. I mean, technically, he'll hide the second move probably because that's really the best way to do it. Where does we think he's going to end up? We think he's going to end up 1, 2, 3, and 4. And the reason we're going to do that is because without Lucky Day, it becomes hard to sit in a space with all these dudes. Whereas the altar's right here, maybe he can sneak in and get the altar while the sorcerer sort of dinks around in this little corridor here. Maybe he can get lucky, right? So the wizard has not been lucky so far. The fairy ring is gone. And it is now time to roll this monster roll for day 9. And it is bats. Bats doesn't sound good to me. So the sorcerer is going to go 3. He is going to hide. Bats are good for him because nothing's prowling. He's hidden. He is done. The wizard goes. So he's going to get out of dodge. He goes there. He does hide. He does not hide. Oh, that's going to suck. He might. Bones, I think it might have killed him there. Bones might have killed him. So he's got that, hits him. Howl brings a little crew, but they bring it here. So that is a death hex right there. I mean, no doubt about it. And the wizard might be dead. So that's an issue because I don't think the wizard can dodge that. I don't think he can. He literally has nothing he can do against that thing. Actually, I know what he can do against that thing. He has the fairy guy. So he can run that clock out or run effectively. Nonetheless, all because he failed to hide, by the way. The druid is going to search 4 times, which is the sequel to the Tony Orlando song. He fails the first loot, fails the second loot, fails the third loot. Like the game is not super happy with us getting shit. 3. Dragon Essence. Summon dragons. This is great for the druid. It is a purple source, so we're sort of stuck with it. Summon same monster smoke chit in clearing. So it does act like a smoke sea. Nothing's going to appear here. No bats. And now the sorcerer, who has to hide. he fails. So yeah. And now bats come into here because they are prowling. And that's a little bit of a mess for him. It's okay, but it is a mess. So let's see what's what. First thing is the sorcerer. That's easy. He's going to burn that shit, turn into mist, and he is done. And he won't even run out of the. He's not even going to run out of there. He's going to hope that tomorrow he can move with impunity. I think the wizard is dead, sort of. Can he do anything to get any damage? No, he can't do anything to get damage. So what he's going to do is he's going to drop his companion here. And it largely comes down to 2 rounds. The bat can't hit the companion, so it's 2 rounds. 33% chance, a 1 or a 4, and the thing dies. But the wizard has run out of the clearing. So there you go. The wizard ends up here. Fairy companion is dead. We'll delete it now. That's sad. But hey, it was good. That's what those quest things are for. They open the game up a little bit and make it more enjoyable, I think, a little bit for me, because I like a wilder, sort of goofier game going on. So the fairy sacrifices itself for the wizard, and we got to get out of this tile. This is the crappiest tile ever. Okay. So the swordsman's going to figure out who's challenging him. So the challenge is going to be at the 6. Well, that just sucks. The small campfire. And it is going to be 2. So who is 2? The garden never does that shit. So 3. The soldiers. So the top soldier, the crossbowman, is at the small campfire. So we just I'll put a copy of them because I have not yet figured out whether it's actually the guy or top soldier sits at the small campfire, and I will write that down. We have a challenge at the small camp. I don't know where the small camp is. It'd be nice to find it. Could be in those woods. Don't know. Actually, there's a decent chance of it being in the woods. So we will have to try that out at some point here. But he is. Does anybody else have a thing? The druid could figure out how to rescue. Are rescues supposed to get on? I might have. That might be not ideal. No, rescue is a quest, so it is just for him. Okay, so it's not an event. All right, we are good to go. So let's get these day 10s written here. So the day 10 for the swordsman, I still think we're going to do what we have planned. We're just going to sprint to 6. So move, BL6, done. We're going to try to sprint through the cave, effectively. Oops. The sorcerer does have to be a little bit wary, because he's only got 2 of these damn things left. So he has to hide. Oh, and he could have got lucky. God damn it. Well, we didn't use it. Lucky. Let's try this again. ARM into the cairn. If we have to do it, we will use lucky this time for sure, because I don't like sort of where that's going. We're running out of magic. So the druid is going to move into the bad valley. So the druid is going to move to the chapel. And let's see, what does he have to do at the chapel? So that's right. The druid does have to figure out the arsonist here real quick. So he is going to pick, because he's heading to an unfriendly group here, the order. He's going to pick petty revenge. So perfect, petty revenge. So we're going to do petty revenge on the chapel. And if he does it, he'll get a VP and a random loot roll from their pile. So he's going to go to the chapel. He is going to hide once. He only rolls one die to hide, so that's good. And then effectively, he has to do, search phases for all intents and purposes. He has to, and he can either steal or burn the damn place down. And he has to do both, and he has to locate it both each twice, and that's how it's going to go. But so be it. And then the wizard, he is in the tough position. I hate his spells, by the way. I don't love them. I'm going to say that every time. So he's going to run to 6. No flipping money, really. How much do the soldiers ultimately cost him? The soldiers are going to cost, what, 12, 8, 10. He doesn't have that kind of cash. So I think we're going to move to 6, hide, move back into 4. So there you go. Move 6, hide, move 4. Done. And that's the wizard's, it's a wizard. So it is day 10. Let's monster roll this up. It is a 3, so we get some goblins and etc. Swordsman's going first. He just runs. Nothing appears. The druid goes. He's going to move in. Going to hide once. We hope. He only rolls 1 die. Sorry. Druid's going to hide once. We hope. He does. He's now going to locate twice, trying to first steal a treasure. So 1 or 4. 4. Bam. He completes thief, which is weirdly awesome. So the druid is the thief. So he stole from the chapel and he takes an item from it. So he actually gets one of their treasures. He doesn't get to pick, so it's the first one or the second one, pretty much. All right, you guys. Need you to effectively form a pile. I'm just going to put you there for now. So 1 and 2. So what we're going to do is roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for our druid friend here. He takes the first one, so that's his treasure. He doesn't actually get to see the other one. He takes the power boots. So, sure. He will carry heavy shit around. That's the wizard. So that's not cool. Wizard got nothing, pal. And we do actually, the last thing we're going to do probably is, we need to figure that out. So this other search phase is going to be to commit the arson, and he needs a 1 or a 4 again. Oh my God, that almost tripped. And it did. Does anyone appear at the chapel? Yes, the patrol appears at the chapel. So not super ideal. Boom. So he got that, and he got his treasure and his VP. He is now trying to burn the place down. He gets the druid's test, which is to find the High Druid and give him a potion, which we strangely enough have not found a potion. So that is his turn. The wizard goes. He's going to hide 2 times. He's going to not fail, and then he moves back up there. The question is, does anything appear? I don't think so. Pattern. Yes, another no. Patterns for caves. Howl is cave bats. Oh, howl. Yep, let's just make this even worse. Bam. That's great. So yeah, we have to get out of here. There's nothing good. Sorcerer is gonna hide. He does. He's going to alert, move. He's got a bunch of stuff, right? So he alerts. He rests. He moves into the cairn. And this is a fascinating attack because he's going to hit everything. All the things. So, it is the evening. And this is what's in there. A little ridiculous. The giant has a club. It pretty much is all missile rolls until, well... so... let's put them in some sort of order here. So here you go. So, he does light, medium, heavy, tremendous damage. The worst we can do is go minus... so he's a 5. These are all 4s. These are 3 2s or 1s. So we'll roll the 5 first. So he's fiery blasting the universe with a ×0 chit. So 5. Hit, killed. So that's the dead pile. 1. These are 4s. Not quite as awesome. He fails. He's alive. Killed. So that's cool. Hey, we got a bat. That doesn't help us, but we got one. Live. This is the important stuff. 2 4s. We want... no. Live. I knew that was... I could see that. Like, sometimes you roll these things, and you can just see them. Killed. Spider is dead. That's good. So these are 3s, 2s, or 1s, right? This is light. So he does light, medium, heavy, tremendous. These are 3 2s or 1s. 3. Oh, killed. Sweet. And not killed. So live. So then, well, he ambushes. Does he show up? No, he is fine. That is a jerk move, but he is totally... he just hides. I'm stay right here, thank you. And he's not going to leave. And the reason is because, well, he doesn't want to burn that last. He doesn't want to burn that. That last purple is super valuable to him right now until he can get some more of it. So the sorcerer is sort of doing what the sorcerer is doing what the sorcerer do. So that is 1. That's 2. That is 6. So 8. That is 9, 17. And times 4. 24 and 17 is 41. I suppose we have to sort of, you know what, we should roll those. I will say we should roll those off. Simply because they're all dead at the same time, effectively. And lining them up in the most obviously good order is probably not ideal. So let's roll a d6 for each of these dudes. He gets a 4. Or we'll just roll them across, right? Highest number, so it's low to high. So the death order seems to be this guy, then this guy. These two need to roll off. Then this guy, and then this guy. So it's actually way less cool. So we got 3 points plus 12 is 15, plus 9 is 24, plus 8 is 32. I mean, it's not that bad. It's definitely going to keep us in the lead of all that notoriety. Probably for the rest of the game is just guessing. The way that this game is going, I think he has a fine lead. Plus, and most importantly, he has Spider Slayer. So he can do a couple things. First thing is he can take a visitor, put it at a dwelling of his choice. So he likes nobody. So I suppose we will take the Scholar. Dwelling of his choice is the large campfire, just for giggles, because the bash cars at least are vaguely friendly. He gets a VP for killing a spider, and he also gets spider guts to turn into any visitor, and that will give him a potion effectively. And now he has monster lore, and that's actually really good for him right now. So that worked out for him. Don't think we have any other fights going on. Let's figure out our plan here. Our plan is to run into Oakwoods 2. So move, OW2, done. So he is done. Our sorcerer does need to get out of dodge here, so doesn't love the soldiers really. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we'll end up in Awful Valley 2. So that's gonna. So move. Awful Valley 2 done. We will spend a day sort of resting up, pretty hardcore there. The druid still has to burn shit down, so the druid is going to hide and search and search again. And the wizard moves into the altar, so he's going to move to the altar. He's going to hide, he's going to search and search. And the spell choices. Yeah, shut up about the spell choices. No, I can't. Oh my god. Swordsman's going to go first. He's going to go 1, 2. He is done. Oh, wait, we need a monster roll. And a 3 would suck for the swordsman, but a 6 sucks for the wizard, but not the swordsman. He is done. The wizard moves. He hides. He's not going to frickin' hide. He's going to search twice. He is not going to find this thing. 2. Nope. He's going to get jumped by all the bats in the universe. And I think that's really going to be the end of our wizard now, for real. Because that's 3 bats. Any more bats? Oh yeah, no, these guys. That's all the bats. It's literally all but one bat. I think we're putting the wizard out of our misery here a little bit because he can't dodge that. If just one, no, he can't dodge that either. It's he's a fight two, so he's dead. Um, Druid is hiding. Oh, he rolls one die. Just roll the damn one die here instead of all the dice. Three. He hides. He executes 3 searches. In this case, he is executing an arson. 1. Come on, 4 or 1. Nope, that is not a 4 or a 1. 2. 3. Not an arson either. Nothing appears. He is done. And then the sorcerer goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and he is done. I don't think anything the wizard can do gets him out of dodge here. I screwed up before day 1. Like, none of this was going to work. I should have had a different plan. He could take almost anything else and be in better shape than what the wizard did, and there's no way out of that for him. He's going to get hit 5 times round 1 and gutted. So we're going to say goodbye to the wizard. And that's, that's okay. It sucks a little bit, but it's okay. Let me mark him dead. Dead. And then also dead, so I can remember not to worry about him. In terms of scores, dead. There you go. So, and we'll save that. Done and done. So he is dead. I mean, that would happen at the end of the day, of course. But yes, he is dead. We are done with that day, I believe. The druid cannot quite burn down the goddamn. And he leaves us stick. So I don't even think we're going to leave. I don't even think we're going to put his staff on the board. Who cares? So let's get. Was day 11, right? So yeah. So let's get day 12 out the door here. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to move into the inn. So we have $15. We could end up with $20. I mean, he might be a price times 2 times 3, maybe. I don't have anything to sell him. I'm going to hire and hire, and if we get lucky, we get lucky, and if we don't, well, then we will get $5 at the end of the day. So at the very least, windfall. Done. We don't get a victory point for that. That is simply a boon. It just happens. So the sorcerer needs to spend a day just resting his crap. So let's get this done. We're going to use X, spell X, and a spell because we're going to flip that. So we're going to have 2. Then we're going to rest. And there you go. That's our move. So he will at least get that done. We're going to hide again, search. Once we burn this place down, we will then figure out what our next move is. For now, let's figure out what the monster roll is on day 12. It is Giants and Trolls on day 12. Oops, 12. There we go. Swordsman is first. He moves twice. He's going to then hire the last surviving rogues who are just bumming around, hoping someone comes and picks them up and gives them a sense of purpose again. But let's roll these higher rolls first. 6 is no deal. 4 is price times 3. That would be $6 for my guy. Ugh, that's 9 will be up to 14 to hire this guy. So we're gonna need Yeah, sure. $6. -6. So we've hired Rogue 3. We had 14 to this, and on day 26, he will be gone. Rogue 3 gone. He is ours, and that guy goes back to the board. Does anyone appear at the place? No, chapel and campfires. So he is done. The first non-swordsman to go is going to try to hide again. He rolls one die. Bzz. Okay, stop. He hides. He searches. Ugh, which just means he's trying to find a quiet spot. So, oh my god! And the Lancers appear. I don't think we like them either. Do we like the Lancers? No. Oh, we're friendly with the Lancers. Hey, buddies, what's up? I mean, we're hidden, but yeah. So far, nothing. Okay, lots of resting. So we're gonna flip this to its deadly side here. We're gonna rest 3 of these. 1, 2, and 3, and we're done. And I think that's all of day 12. And we're gonna turn in Windfall and get $5 for our guy, and we're gonna draw one more of these. The Mountain Pilgrim. And so that is end of phase in each mountain, in any clearing, in a clearing in each of these 3 hexes: mountain, ledges, and cliff. So mountain, ledges, and cliff. Oof. Mountains way over there. We could have got there a long time ago. Ledges and cliff. Yeah, that's a rough one. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna hire, hire, hire. And maybe we're just gonna hire it out, and then we can turn in maybe we burn a couple of these and try to get a better set of shit. So that'll be day 13 for him. Day 13 for the sorcerer. I think we do one rest. We'll spell X again, and we'll spell again, and we'll spell a second time. And then then we have nothing really to do. We don't want to end the day in the house, really. Doesn't help us much. We do, though, have to figure out. Um, we and we can do a lot of shit. It's just that I don't know that any of it's super helpful. Strangely, we could pull the goblins because our quest here is monster will drag one clearing of monsters from an adjacent hex to your clearing and defeat them. Now the problem is defeating them means defeating all of them. So there's 6 dudes there. The chance of us killing all of them in one shot is not super high. So I think we ultimately will do that. Let's so we're gonna move instead, and then alert. Oh, but we can't. We got to be a little bit careful, right? These soldiers are unfriendly, so it's likely that they cause trouble. I mean, and we can do some pretty hideous damage to the soldiers also. I mean, we might actually be able to kill 3 of them, but then I don't know if we want. I just want to have this space to rest in. So actually, let's do this. Let's not move. We will draw them here. So we will hide like that. There you go. So we'll draw and we'll play monster. We'll do the monster hunter here. Monster lore on the gobs. Right? So we'll just roll with that. And we'll try to drag this goblin hex in. We'll fiery blast the shit out of them. We will flee when we need to, either up here or here, and see how that goes. So we got a 13, a 13. The only one needing a 13 is the druid. And the druid is sort of in this miserable state. He's been hanging around for days trying to burn the stable down for the order. And he hasn't gotten anywhere yet. So we'll try it again. So on day 13, it is a 1. So we got dragons coming, and that's about it. Swordsman's going to go first. He's hiring. He's just going to hire. That guy is $4 for us. So we are hoping for a 5 is price times 4. That is too much. It's $4 times 4 is 16. We do not have $16. We need a price times 3. That is no deal. That is the second hire. Third hire. Come on, we can roll over in that shit. 4 price times 3, $12. Good. There you go. We will do a minus 12. That gives us $2 left. And then Rogue 2 is gone. And, you know, they want to hunt the sorcerer. We're like, no, revenge, we'll get you nothing. I mean, or whatever. But we do need to go kill some dudes, Great Axeman. Let's go kill some dudes. Does anyone show up at the inn? Yes, the company shows up at the inn. Hope we don't hate the company. We are friendly with the company. Good. Fine. Perfect. Perfect. And that is the swordsman's turn. And I think he is set for his last 2 weeks. I think he's going to kill some of these dudes. I think he is going to maybe he goes and tries the bash cars. I mean, I don't know, right? The bash cars are still a little dangerous to his guys, and they have horses. That's a little bit of a bitch. But I think this guy's almost. This guy's almost oops, that's the company. No freaking wonder. I'm like, why are these all wrong dude? I think this guy is unkillable by the bash cars. So he could literally, you know, if we could just. Now the problem is that won't fly. That won't work. Us traveling in a group. So whatever. What we're gonna do is we're gonna charge down. Maybe we kill that dragon. Maybe we head to the young knight, pick him up, because that's a point. No matter what, that's going to be a point. We could hit the cliff. We could hit the ledges. That would be 2 out of 3 on Mountain Pilgrim, strangely enough. The last thing would be the mountain. The mountain. Oh, at the end of the day, I am turning in scrolls. Oh, God. We turn in the rest of these. So the worst thing would be, well, 2 out of 3 of these suck. So we're going to turn the small campfire. We're going to turn the challenge in and burn it. That is not going to fly for us. We'll keep Mountain Pilgrim with the assumption we can get, and we can find armor and find soldier remains. Ugh, okay. Find armor And this is literally find armor and find weapon, essentially. Find weapon. And that is in Slither. And that is in Roar. Now, that's not going to do us any good quite just yet. But it is good to know. But there you go. So we ended our day there. We are done. That is our entire day. It is the Druid's turn on day 13. The Druid is going to hide again. He's going to fail at hiding. Oh. Well. Which means he actually can't burn anything. He just can't do it. So he's sort of screwed. He searches 3 times. Oh, you know what he's going to do? This is easy. Actually, this is good. He is going to read runes on the darn whatchamacall. Because he is in the chapel. So you might as well read the damn runes while you're here. He needs a 4. 3, 2, or 1, effectively. A 5's a curse. That sort of blows. 4. He awakens a spell. So let's look at the Scroll of Nature. Scroll of Nature. It has 3, 2 3s, 2 2s. I don't super care about the 3s, but we do get to. So, but when we do get them, when we awaken, we look at the spell card. Do not learn the spell. If the spell card belongs to an artifact or spell book, put it with its artifact or spell book. So, in other words, we could use. Well, the funny part is actually we do care. We're carrying the Scroll of Nature. It's a Type 3 thing. So this isn't actually that bad. What we are going to do is we're going to pull the saved objects and we're going to get our Type 3 spells right here. So this is a nice little, oops, okay, get back in there. This is a deck of Type 3s because we have all the bonus spells in here. So we're just going to do that instead. But we do need to roll a darn die. So let's roll a die. We have to re-roll it on anything super high. Bewilder. That's actually not a bad spell. We're going to take Bewilder. And that spell goes. So hold on. If I take the top one off of there, then I'm just going to delete it. And Bewilder is the top one on there. So we're going to put it right there. So Bewilder is the top spell in the book. All monsters in the clearing are. So we actually have a, we don't have, if we have gold magic, we can cast this with the Scroll of Nature, which is a Type 0-3 chit. So perfect. And that top spell is now on the bottom, effectively, of these. I'll put it here, like that. The other one is a Type 3 also, but we still have to roll. So we have 3 searches to go. 4, awaken. We didn't do any of these, but that's okay. These are Type 3s. We can't cast them without the book anyway. So delete that one. Let's pull another Type 3. 20. No, we got to re-roll that. 2, 10. 10 is Persuade. So search and give me Persuade, which is now 9, because, well, so that goes on the bottom. So, and actually, I'll try to just sort of, no. I don't really want it, guys. So it's Persuade and then Bewilder, like that. Put them like that. There you go. So that's the order they're in. And let's do this again. We actually have 1 more of these. This is the one I really care about because it's a Type 2. This could be victory points. 3, awaken and learn. Bam. So we got our type 3 spell. Or no, I'm sorry, this is a type 2. That's why it's more important. We have to roll it still. 4. Fog. Useless, but fog. We're going to pick the saved object. We'll pull the bag of type 2s. We will look for fog. Fog is right there. And we are going to copy this because we have also learned fog. And we're going to put that in our learned spells, which is pretty much right here. And then I up the size so I can actually read it. There we go. So that is a learned spell. It also goes here. And those all go there, right there. And then this one is, well, delete. There's still an unknown type 2, which is sort of what we're gonna indicate that by just sort of putting that over there. And that's the end of his day. Now he's unhidden. That does actually worry me a tiny bit. It is the sorcerer's turn. The sorcerer is resting this chit. He is flipping one. He is hiding. He does. He is alerting. Actually, heck, at this point, since we got him, we're going to alert this one. He then uses the monster lore to call these dudes to his clearing. Done. And he will have a battle with those tonight. And that's it, because everybody else is dead. Wizard dead. So, the druid has to figure out who he hates here. The order don't like him much. Lancers love him. The patrol doesn't care one way or the other for him. We do need to roll at least to see. Let's roll on the neutral chart first, because it's more likely to give us, oh, no trouble. Let's roll on the unfriendly chart. Oh my god, they're going to block and battle him. So literally the patrol decide to battle the druid. Okay. And the knights are not going to battle him. Instead, they will insult him. So, okay. And he will take the 5 hit to notoriety, because I think he figures he's never going to score that. And then he's also going to take the quest, and we can druid. I'm going to put it up here. Insulted by order. So what does that mean? Well, insulted, we have added sort of a quest that you can take on the contingency that you get insulted by one of the groups. And you can take insulted, and then you have to do something to them, like burn the place down or try to kill one of them. Looking, since we're right here, it seems like, oops, there's a little cover on this chair that slips and falls right down. So looks like we can score 2 if we do arsonist instead of just 1. So he's looking to pound points out. In the meantime, though, he has to figure out if patrol has gutted him or not. No. He will be able to flee from the patrol, which is what he is going to do. So let's do that. He's going to play a move L2. So he's going to fatigue this move, and he will get out of dodge for today. That's his day. The sorcerer has a whole other day planned, whole other set of festivities planned. So these are all 5s and 6, anything. So he's going to hit them all with a giant fireball. A 6 fails to kill them. Anything else kills them because they're medium and unarmored. So let's roll it. First one is dead. Put him in the dead pile. Second one. Come on, you got this, sorcerer. Dead. Third one. Oh, not dead. Double not dead, actually. Fourth one. Dead. fifth one. Dead. This is actually way better than I would usually roll on this. Sixth one is dead. Okay, that's good. Do we become unhidden or not? We do. And then we can't run. So now, does he flip largely? Because they can flip if they're... He does flip. Okay. He is on my sheet and flipped. Like that. These are all dead. So he wasn't on my sheet. Now he is. I'm going to play that and see if I can't kill this last guy. If he doesn't flip, he's dead. Because that does negligible star, which means it's medium, light star, which is medium. That'll kill him. He cannot hit me if he flips over. I will attack faster. So let's see first off where he goes. He stays right there. Let's roll 2 dice. He does not flip. He is killed. Bam. The sorcerer pulls his damn dagger out and freaking kills the last goblin with his bare hands. So he's going to score 6 of these. That is 21 points. But more to the point, that is monster lore. So that is going to score him a victory point and 21 more notoriety, which is sort of a moot. That's a silly. That's silly at this point. That is not doing anyone any good. I am fairly certain how that's going to go at the end of the game. But all good. Nothing wrong with that so far. We are clearing out some monsters. Sorcerer could use some cash. And he just got Navigator, which is to find 3 paths. Navigator. Okay. So let's see how day 14 is going to sort of slog up here. And then we'll do day 14, we'll do the scores. And then we will probably call it a night here. It was a good night. So day 14, so we've got our guys. And now we need to go make some hay with our men here. So 1, 2, 3. So I say we. What's the actual goal? We don't care about the bash cars. Like the bash cars are okay with us. Like it doesn't behoove us to kill them. So I think we're just going to go 1, 2, 3, and we'll hide. Maybe we'll get lucky and the dragon will show up. So hide 1, 2, 3 into the borderlands like that, and we will just roll with that. And that is day 14, and we'll see what's what. This guy, he has to. I think he needs to rest up again. So rest, X, spell, and spell, and that's his day, and he is done. The druid, okay, has to move to 2. Move 2. Hide. Move to chapel. And burn it down. Maybe. And that's it. So let's look at the monster roll on day 14. There's gray magic in every clearing. Oops, we get the prowling chit too, which we don't use, strangely enough. So these guys will come back onto the board also. Serpents and demons. So that is going to bring the demon off the board. I don't think we have any dead green natives, so we are good there. We do resurrect one more group though, because we do 5 spiders. So spiders come off the board. They don't prowl today. They do come off the board. Cairn and him. And they're living again. Oh, and imps. So a lot of that stuff the sorcerer killed is back in play. And who is 5, by the way? The Bashkars leave. Sucks a little bit for a couple of the characters, but it makes the swordsman's day a little bit easier. And the rogues are all alive, so that's a good thing to note, because they also res, and they, I assume, go back to their place. I assume. So a new band of rogues, promising to take revenge on the sorcerer. So we got day 14s around the board anyway, so day 14 it is. Swordsman goes first. He's going to go and hide and then move into the borderlands here, and he does so hidden. And what is it? It's 2. I don't think anything appears on a 2. He is done. The druid moves. He's got to hide. This is super important for the druid. He does not hide. He walks back in like a dork. He is going to read runes. 2. He learns and awakens a goddamn spell. That is awesome at one, sort of, and annoying all at one time. Let's roll the die to see what spell we get. It's a type 2, so that's a bonus. 19 is not it, though. It's too high. We have to re-roll anything higher than 12. We got that, though. Warp Wood. Oh, that is strangely good. That goes on the bottom, and we learned it. So we're going to copy this first. So copy. And you might go, well, why is that good? And the answer is, well, just against certain characters. Now, again, hey, well, we'll just put them all just like that, done. But we have a copy of Warp Wood, which we will paste. No bow, spear, crossbow, staffs, or pike can be played on its alerted side, and natives with these weapons are turned to their non-attacking side and can't change tactics. So that is devastating against certain groups. Now the only problem here is we are unhidden. We don't want to get jacked up by the guys again. So we'll see what the hell happens here. Sorcerer's just got to rest. So he rests 2 of these chits, and he brings 2 of them into play, and color turns them to color. He is done. And I think that is it for day 14. We have to check the druid now. The order don't like him. And they block battle him. And the patrol ain't super happy with him, but they're neutral. They don't block battle him. So the order's going to fight him. I think he can run from the order also. I think he has to play a 3 to do it. Since they can play on... I think they play on their non-galloping side. So I am not super concerned. I mean, we'll check the HQ in case he's like okay. I mean, they play on their non-galloping side until they go into combat. And so we're going to flee And so we are here again. So this is getting a little bit dicey, but it's worth 2 goddamn points. We're gonna do this. In the meantime, it is day 14. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna put the scoreboard up. I'll be bouncing around a little bit, so don't worry, you're not actually missing anything. I'm just checking score. So the swordsman has 2 points for cards. He has 10 notoriety, which still puts him in second place. He has no great treasures. He has no spells. He is at a total of 3 points. The sorcerer has, strangely enough, 3 points in cards. He scored twice that week, so that's cool. He is still winning prowess. He is still winning gold, I believe, because I don't think the druid has actually turned any of that shit he has in. So that is 7 points for him right now. The druid has scored 3 points, but he has no points. Oh, but he has scored 2 points in spells and 2 points in great treasures because he is totally winning both of those categories. He has 1 great treasure. He has 2 learned spells. That is worth 2 categories. And so you literally have the 2 mages splitting the 2 categories. So that's 4 points apiece, and they both have 3 points in cards. Swordsman is a little dicey. I think he got trapped up in that corner with, some shitty cards. Having said that, this is where we're at. 7 to 3. It is not a bad game at all. I think things are going actually pretty well. I'm looking at the scoreboard here, so I'm not making eye contact. Yeah, things are going pretty well actually for this little ragtag band. The druid, I think, is really just in a position. He's going to score 2 potentially here in no time flat, and technically he could. Sell. I suppose he could sell the power boots and the dragon essence, but I almost don't know that it matters. Is that? Because even selling anything right now, selling anything gets him a point in gold. Oh wait, he has. Yeah, he's winning great treasures. He doesn't want to sell the dragon essence. He's got to keep that. But he's winning. He could sell the lost keys and score 1 gold point. So that would actually give him 8 points. So I think we're there. Once he burns his place down, he might have 10 points. The sorcerer, navigator's pretty easy. Curse breaker's not going to be easy for him. And I do think the swordsman's in a little bit of trouble point wise. I don't think he's going to win this. With 2 weeks to go, at the halfway point, you're down by 4. You might be able to score some gold. You might grab a great treasure. You might grab 2. So maybe you can squeeze 3 points out of there. I don't think you're going to win prowess, and you really need to pound cards. And your cards right now are all over the goddamn place. Now, what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to get armor. I'm going to try to find the soldier remains just to burn these cards. So that's going to be the strategy. Grab the young knight, maybe. Heck, that dead adventurer. Well, the king's summons is done, so it's off the board. Now we do have 3 left. Oops, don't put it in the wrong pile. We do have 3 left. Did I put? Now I'm looking to see if I put any other ones in the wrong pile. Good question. I think we're good though. Infall scroll challenge. No, these are all where they need to go. So yeah, so that'll be the an interesting week 3, I think. And I do feel bad about the wizard. I sort of boned him a little bit, I think. And like I said, I think I screwed him from the first day. Picked bad spells for him. Like he doesn't, in retrospect, I was like, well, this is cutesy. I'll be persuade guy. It's like, well, the wizard doesn't need to be persuade guy. Most everybody likes him anyway. You know, all the garrisons, Woodfolk Patrol, Soldiers Guard, everybody likes him. So being friendly with like the company and the bash cars, what good's that doing? Shouldn't have taken that. I should have found another Type 3 or a Type 2, and you could have easily. Now you weren't going to avoid this. This was a shit show. This hex was a disaster. The actual issue was staying there too long, trying to get one of these. Now, mind you, you know, to his credit and maybe my credit, if you look at it, oh well, his sheet's erased. If you looked at his sheet, you were going to see a shitload of I didn't find this, I didn't find this. It was like 5 or 6 days of not finding stuff. This is like the druid now. He has literally been at this chapel trying to burn it down for 4 days. So now, in the meantime, he's kicked ass on learning spells, and I'm super happy with that. I just need to figure out so he can actually cast them. So this acts as a Type 2. I have to look at the scroll of nature if I'm to be quite. Yeah, there it is, right there, Type 2. So this acts as a Type 2. I hate these symbols, by the way. This acts as a Type 2 0 chit. So he can literally cast one of these two spells at a time 0 without burning a chip. So that's powerful. So, I mean, he could go to the woodfolk, for instance, his enemy, warp all their bows, and then literally knife them to death. I'm thinking about that. He could totally do that. Because time 0, they're never going to beat it. They don't beat it even with their damn time 1. Even if they flip over to their deadly bow side, he just snaps his fingers with the scroll of nature in hand, and they're effed. So that's sort of fun for sure. So I like his position. I do like the sorcerer's position a little bit, but he has crappier quests right now. And his gold lead is not that big. So he needs to find his next big thing to do. The layer is tapped-ish out, not totally, but it is a little bit. I don't know how I feel about going into here. There's so many bats. We saw what they did to the wizard. But in reality, we're looking at you have 3 treasure sites found. 4. I'm sorry, 4. You have a statue too. So, I mean, where the heck are you going then? Go to the caves? Go to the cavern? The cliff? Crag? I mean, it is very likely that on these outskirts there is a treasure site. And some of the best ones, the Horde, is not found. So, we'll have to figure that out. But I do think that will not be tonight. It is 1:18. I thank you if anybody watched at all and hung out. I totally appreciate it. If you watched the video, again, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I will talk to everybody later. And bye-bye.